Today's video is sponsored by World of Warships. What's good, everybody? Time to talk about broken Halo Infinite matchmaking. Ranked is a mess. We're going to discuss a little bit the store update. Content update 29's been out for a week now, and I wanted to at least share with you guys my stance and what is going on. Just give you a warning, a heads up. Ranked is crazy broken, and let's start right there, okay? After content update 29 was released, they reset the ranks. I was in D4 solo queued up there and was working my way towards D5. And then the ranked update goes live, I do my placements, and I place Platinum 4. I think I'm like P5, P6 at this time. And oh my goodness, something crazy has happened. You've got pro players and Onyx players matching with gold players on their team and in their lobbies. It looks like engagement optimized matchmaking has struck again. Your hidden MMR is playing a big role in the matches that you're getting, the team balancing, all sorts of stuff. And it's been such a big deal that even Halo support and Tashi have tweeted about it. The team is investigating, and no updates as of the time of recording this discussion video here on the weekend. Maybe by the time this goes live, it will be fixed. But we really need to sort of talk about this craziness, because no joke, your KD from Firefight and Husky Raid is once again playing a role and having an impact on the teammates in the lobbies that you're getting over in Ranked. And we'll talk all about that in just a moment after a word from today's sponsor. Ahoy there, gamers! Today's video is sponsored by World of Warships, the ultimate free-to-play naval warfare game on PC and on consoles. Explore new content every month, like collaborations with Godzilla, Transformers, Popeye, Megadeth, and more. Stunning graphics, over 40 maps, and dynamic weather make the seas feel real. Choose your vessel from a battleship, a destroyer, cruisers, even submarines. You can play solo or you can team up with your friends. And as we mentioned, World of Warships is also available on consoles, all for free. Check the link in the description to download the game. Use the code BRAVO during registration for a hefty starter pack, 500 doubloons, 1.5 million credits, 7 days of premium, and a free ship after 15 battles. Enter BRAVO for these sweet rewards. You can see them on screen. Immerse yourself in historical accuracy, detailed weather effects, and an active community. With over 600 ships, 40 maps, and 7 battle types, the variety is endless. Ready to set sail? Click the link, use BRAVO, and let the naval adventure begin. Fair winds, and may your seas be victorious. Okay, so on the matchmaking front, it is crazy right now. Whatever happened with this update, it has reverted back to some of the older times where the hidden MMR behind the scenes is actually really influencing the teammates and the matching that you're going to experience when you go into the ranked hopper. Kind of a big bummer here, because I feel like we've bumped into this over and over again. Even sometime during last season, it was a bit of an issue. I will say, the weeks leading up to content update 29, I was playing ranked 3-4 days a week, and I really did feel like, granted it's the only playlist I was really playing, I felt like it was matching me pretty consistently with high diamond and low Onyx players. Part of this, transition to only ranked in Halo Infinite is just because I think if I'm gonna have to sweat across the board in all of the game types, I want to sweat in the settings that are the best and give myself an opportunity to try and work and improve. I don't necessarily want to go and sweat super hard in a mode that's got radars and sidekick AR starts. It's not that appealing to me. And Call of Duty actually just talked about this. They released a big update and shared basically their sentiments on skill-based matchmaking. And to surmise it, they found that new players, if they get stomped, just quit. There's no stickiness. They don't really push through and try and improve. If they're getting blown out, new players just drop right away. The COD developers acknowledged that mid and high level players are playing extremely sweaty matches and that they're going to try and loosen things up a little bit, but that the data is really showing these days new players don't want to stick around and tough it out. They'll just drop the game altogether. And I'm sure this is, speculation on my part. I'm sure the majority of the revenue comes from that newer player audience and the whales. I don't think it's the mid and high tier players who are loading up the microtransactions as much. We're probably in a community that's more aware of what's happening within these games. Now, if all of that is occurring in Call of Duty, you can darn bet those effects are going to be more exaggerated in a scene like Halo, where our player base and player pool is a whole lot smaller than that of the COD scene. What I would emphasize and hope is that man, if we are ditching the seasonal model and we're really getting just a lot of big shop updates with these free 20 tier pass things, they gotta not break the game. They gotta not break the game, because I've shifted to Halo MCC until the ranked stuff gets worked out. I've played a few ranked matches. I think you'll see that in the background of this video here. But it is another just huge point that highlights we need a new engine. Seriously, like, if these things are occurring so frequently, it's an indication to me that they really have a tough time working with slip space. You know, Josh Menke left 343 in 2021. He's over at Riot now. If you don't know who that was, huge architect behind the skill-based matchmaking system within Halo. He started over at Blizzard, played a big role in the StarCraft 2 matchmaking, which I think is a phenomenal system. But ever since the Halo 5 days, there's been a lot of, thought, discussion, debate about the way that SBMM has been deployed in Halo. Obviously, this seems to be an industry-wide thing in the FPS scene. There isn't any FPS like main game I think you can highlight that really does things dramatically differently. And so Halo is obviously going to probably follow the same train. What I'm saying is, with Josh being gone since 2021, do people really know how the system works? Is there a real confident set of people on top of it? And if not, man, I'll go back to what I've always thought. Ranked should be based on your rank. Maybe when you're doing your placements, sure, if you're trying to deter smurfs or whatever, but after you've done your placements, if I'm diamond, I should be matching with players in and around that rank. Nothing should come into the mix about like the kills per minute, any of the social stats that they're accumulating in playlists that have nothing to do with ranked. And I think most people would probably agree with that. If you win, you go up. If you lose, you go down. That to me seems like a fairly good way to handle things. But hey, I don't look at spreadsheets all day. I just play this game, and I've played Halo for a long time. So you let me know what you're thinking down below. Let's talk about the monetization side of Content Update 29. So it seems like a week after this has come out, most people are believing that there was a Season 6 planned and that it ended up being gutted as resources are transitioning towards this new Halo game. The shop is full of plenty of cosmetics to buy, and we have entered into the same discussion that comes up over and over again. Shoutouts to Neo Luna over in my Discord, who brought this up as a discussion point, basically, of the arguing that happens around the shop stuff. On Twitter last week, total battle. Two camps. Number one, boycott the store, don't spend $1. Camp number two, I like this game, let me support it, let me do what I want. That's what that crowd is saying, and don't shame me for buying items. And this is something I see in the Halo scene. It's really gotten much more amplified from Halo 5 onward, and especially in the last 3 or 4 years. I feel like the scene is so quick to argue with each other over the things that don't really matter. We fight with each other over things that are not the really important items to raise a ruckus about. Look, I've talked about it here on the channel a bunch. There's a lot of data that shows the majority of revenue from these free-to-play titles and these microtransactions come from the whales, not the day-to-day players, not the people who just complete maybe 1 or 2 transactions a year. It's the whales who go out there and drop a ton of money into the game. And so for both of the two crowds to be warring with each other, yelling loudly, shaming, attacking one another, it probably won't have any impact or difference. Because as long as there's whales going out there buying this stuff, they're gonna keep putting it out there. It's simple as that, man. The best way to voice and express your opinion, if you don't like something, don't support it. To be honest, I think I've bought 3 items in the Halo Infinite shop. I think there's like 2 coatings, and then I really like the Halo CE armor. And I felt like Season 4, Season 5, they did a really good job. Was it too expensive for my tastes? Yeah. They would cut the shop prices in half, I imagine. Quantity would go through the roof. But you know what? It's Microsoft. They have so much data, so much AI. I'm sure these decisions run through a bunch of analysts and they go, this is the optimal price. Even if it frustrates our primary community, doesn't matter. It shows that the most amount of profit is happening here. What I want to wrap this whole thing in, though, is We gotta stop arguing with each other over the silly things. What really matters, right, is the actual experience of the game. Is matchmaking broken in ranked? Yes, that's an item that needs priority, and we should be focused on that conversation. Is the networking really rough still? Yes, we still need to be talking and hoping for that network update as soon as possible. Do we need more maps in the whole game? Like, in my mind, the cosmetic stuff, for some players, that is their driving factor and their motivation. That is not me. I play the game because I like the game. I like the sandbox. I like the dance. I don't really give a rip what my player model looks like. You rarely ever see it when you're in game. I like, weapon coatings because you see it when you're playing. But I'm telling you, I don't play these games to unlock things or to go buy things or for the drip and all that stuff. Not to take anything away, I just feel like if that is your main motivation for playing the game, we've kind of lost sight of what real meaningful content is. I just think it's important to be aware that we probably turn off a lot of new people to the scene with the level of fighting that happens just in between two camps. There's always two sets of pitchforks and it's team A or team B, when everybody would just sort of wake up and realize we're pretty much all on the same page. We want Halo to succeed and we want the franchise to grow again. And that brings me to the final element of our lovely discussion video today, and that is Halo MCC. I'm going to get back on my soapbox. Now's a great time to go play that game. With Halo Infinite ranked a mess, I'm just running over there. There has definitely been a new group of players who picked up the game on the Steam Winter Sale who are playing the title again. And you're getting into matches much quicker, and there's more variety in the types of games that you're getting to play. I will emphasize again what I did in my previous video. In MCC, the ranked playlists are pretty much dead. But on the social side, you're going to get a mix of matches. You're going to have some games, seems like it's even skill, some are blowouts, and some you're going to be going against easy opponents. So it's very similar to old school Halo days. But yeah, a lot of the lobbies are full of people who've been playing these games for a very long time. Which is why I'm trying to encourage right now, if you're needing a little break from Infinite, go check out MCC. Anytime there's a new boost from like a group of new players, it's really nice. Playlists, game types, things that normally would take a long time to search for are a little bit easier to get into. MCC really has been my happy place, and 2024 is going to be a unique year. It is such a bummer every week to make a new video and see a ton of folks in the gaming industry and the tech industry laid off. And I'm very curious what it means, right, for us as players this next year. Super happy that a new Halo game has been greenlit, that there is a group of people working on it. But I'm also a little apprehensive now that we're a week into content update 29. It really seemed more like a shop update that broke the game. Hopefully they can address and fix it quickly. If they can do that, awesome. But if not, I just got Infinite into such a nice place with Season 5. I would hate to see it undone really, really quickly. We're all just going to have to sort of sit back, relax, and see what's around the corner. If you made it this deep in the video, please drop an arbiter down in the comments. First of all, thanks. On the previous videos, so many of you have done that. And second of all, double thanks for just being supportive of the content recently. Been having a ton of fun. Hope you have a great rest of your day and a good week, and we'll see you again very soon.